On July 30th, 1956, President Dwight Eisenhower signs a law that makes "In God We Trust" our national motto. Now, "In God We Trust" has a long history and heritage in our nation. In fact, going back to the American Revolution as an example, there were a lot of these ideas like the Appeal to Heaven flag, where we were clearly identifying we are asking God for help, we're trusting in God. Well, as you go forward, you have the War of 1812. Francis got keyed as a Star-Spangled Banner. One of the lines from one of those stanzas is, "And this be our motto, in God is our trust." So he's already acknowledging like this is the way we think in America. When you go forward to the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln is the one in charge, and this becomes printed, this motto, "In God we trust." That phrase is printed on the 2-cent piece. It becomes widely embraced in America. When you come forward to President Dwight Eisenhower, President Eisenhower did a lot of things to help Americans remember God and keep God at the forefront of their mind. Part of the reason was he had been a military leader in World War II, and we had fought against Nazis and socialists and communists. Well, at this point, as he's president, it's the Cold War, and we're having trouble with communists again. It was the Soviet Union, later became Russia. And one of the things that he and many other people pointed out is what makes America different than these communist nations is our belief in God, the acknowledgement of God. And so under Dwight Eisenhower, there was a lot of these acknowledgments that came forward. "In God We Trust" was put on all of our currency, so not just some coins. Now, all the currency had "In God We Trust." He puts "Under God" and the Pledge of Allegiance. But on July 30th, 1956, he signs a law that makes "In God We Trust" our national motto. And it's worth remembering, when they understood well, having come out of World War II, going through the Cold War, what makes us different is that we have God at the forefront of our mind. And this is what I would encourage and remind and challenge us, is we should maybe go back and review the national motto, because what makes America different is "In God We Trust."